I'm gonna eat your soul.
Hello again. Yeah, this little guy here. He's, he really was $1, just like I said in my, I got this video. Some sort of Japanese toy brand, called Mood Doll. I thought I'd take a minute to, thank everybody that's, subscribed to me. I hope you find my, channel interesting, and, I try to cut as much dead air as I can out of it. Get a lot of brain farts, so, just like to say, welcome to my channel, all the, people who have subscribed recently, and, to all the people who subscribed before that. I'm humbled. Like a lot of, us out there, I got my cousin and, my best friend to, subscribe to me. My best friend, he doesn't even YouTube, but he took the time to set up an account and sub to me. Yeah, I found the ultra rare Super Mario Duck Hunt cart, another one here, for got it for $6.42 at a Value Village. And no, it wasn't just for this. Other than a generic sleeve, it came with 3 manuals. One for the game, Super Mario Duck Hunt, another for Iron Tank, and another one for Operation Wolf. Yeah, I mostly got this for a trade. Me and Dan from Dan's Game Corner are doing on some region-exclusive titles. Yeah, he's interested in NTSC NES, and I just got this mostly because, what NES is complete without a copy of this. And, yeah, I found a local Craigslist few towns over. They had some reasonable prices on some NES games. Here we have Dragon Warrior. Yeah, I got this, I already have this game, but I couldn't pass up a copy for $3. It's funny, now that I've actually got into this game a bit more, I didn't realize how menu-driven it was. It's pretty much everything you do is driven by a menu. Blaster Master. I got this for $2. It's I wouldn't necessarily call it a super hard game. It's more like there's like 3 different modes of player movement and perspectives, and it's initially confusing, but so it takes a while to get used to all that, and navigating your way through the maze-like levels and finding your way. Master Blaster came with an original poster Actually, still has a coupon here for an official Sunsoft T-shirt. You know, more than likely expired by now, of course. But and some other Sunsoft titles. Probably Spy Hunter's decent. I want to get that. And Freedom Force, that's another light gun game, so I'm going to get that. Don't know much about Platoon, and even though Xenophobe's not a very good arcade translation, I'd probably still like to get it anyway. Yeah, there's a Blaster Master. I always thought it was kind of an odd choice. They just took the sprite from the game, screenshot of the TV or capture or something, and put it on the front of the box. And we have Castlevania. Yeah, I was happy to get a copy of this. No, mostly just because I'm a little older now, and I was never very good at it when I was a kid, so never owned it, just rented it mostly. You know, nobody said Castlevania was easy, so it'll be enjoyable just to take a crack at this again. Yeah, it's cost me $7. It's in excellent condition. Notice in most of the games there's a bit of lift off on the sticker here, so I'm thinking I'll probably have to take a hairdryer to it, heat up the glue and then just lightly press down on this with like a soft cloth or something to get them down again. Ninja Gaiden. Now, speaking of hard games, oh man, I have to practice a lot to get anywhere in this game. Same thing, as Castlevania, I rented it and tried as hard as I could. Never owned it. Need to practice, get better at it again. What was I gonna say about Ninja Gaiden? Probably the most mispronounced title in video game history. A lot of people are saying Ninja Gaiden. Now, I don't know where you went to school, but G-A-I, in what context would that ever sound like gay? I mean, how about ga-I or ga, something close to Gaiden. Yeah, this was $6. Most time, when I'm seeing it's going for like 12 or 15. Not too sure what pricing structure the guy used, but I find the price is reasonable. Disney's DuckTales. Yeah, this was the most expensive one. This he was selling for $8. It doesn't look it, but you know, man, is it hard to play. You know, it's a Capcom title. You know, much like a Mega Man, it has its fair share of difficulty. I can't imagine kids that watched the cartoon back in the day, like me and several others. I can't imagine we'd. That, you know, it's just so hard. You know, it's like this is for kids. And the last one's Life Force. This is the game for Dan. It never came out in the United Kingdom. Not sure why. It probably has something to do with the NES's lackluster sales in the UK. For the most part, all the carts were in decent condition. This one's got a few scuffs, and it's got a few nicks here, like 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of wear on the plastic here, but otherwise in decent shape. Yeah, this was $6. Pretty good price for decent price for a fairly sought-after game, even in North American territories. Never played much of this, so it's kind of new to me. Man, is it hard! I still can't figure out how to get through the game. I mean, level 1, and I can't even get through it. Yeah, they all came in these plastic Nintendo cases. They're okay. Let's see, one of them is busted here, and this yellow one is not an official Nintendo one. What is it? Bithead 1000. He's not a big fan of these plastic cases. Yeah, probably, depending on the color, I don't know. I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol, take off this titles that the guy has written on here, and I'm just going to, you know, put whatever titles I want into them. You know, for most part, the carts were pretty clean. Dragon Warrior and Life Force required a little bit of TLC, clean off some dirt and what have you. Let's see, one of these has yeah, for what it's worth, 1991 trademark, official Nintendo licensed product. And I selected these two simply because these are a gift, a donation from my cousin. A Donkey Kong green edition of the Nintendo 64 controller. It's actually in pretty good shape. Still some resistance left in there. This is a nice one to have because so many green edition, you know, Donkey Kong edition Nintendo 64s don't have any green controllers with it. Yeah, he also got me a copy of GoldenEye. this holds special nostalgia for me. Not mostly in the single player, but in the multiplayer aspect. Yeah, it was nice. My cousin came by with this generous donation here, and we played some of the multiplayer. That's the nostalgia I remember as a multiplayer, and he's still really good at this game. He kicked my ass all over the place. Yeah, there was one thing I do remember from this, which was the proximity mines. It was always a bit of a bugger, my cousin putting proximity mines on the doors, and then of course you open them, and then you blow up, and it just brought the matches down to a standstill. So that was like a rule for coming back to this game, was no proximity mines. Yeah. Still, it's a fine game. It's definitely one of the best Nintendo 64 first-person shooters out there. Yeah, the color on the cartridge was actually better than this before. I unfortunately took a little alcohol to it and I stripped some of the color out. It's the same deal I had before. It's the laminate, the thin layer laminate is wore off, so it's a lot more. It's a lot more vulnerable to any kind of solvent, the printing on the sticker. I got a little color off and I was like, oh shit, and then I stopped doing that. And I switched to what was a glycerin face wipe to maybe restore some of the luster to it at least. Yeah, it was a fun visit. You got to try some of the things I got firsthand, and I got this nifty game here. Let's see, yeah. He had come over when I got, one of the more recent Sega Genesis lots of games. So you got to try a bunch of the, games that, he grew up on, and, enjoy some of that nostalgia again for those games that you had when you had a Sega Genesis. As I was headed out that way, I stopped at Game Deals in New Westminster. Let's see, since I only have like a 2 gigabyte stick in this camera, I decided to just take some pictures and maybe do a little slideshow.
Okay. Now, since I don't have a car, I usually had to ride with my mom on trips to family dinners, that kind of thing. So anyway, we stopped over here in New Westminster at Game Deals. I was just looking for Nintendo Entertainment Systems and games for that trade I was talking about. Anyway, here's the front of the store. Got here at 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. Too early, since they open on noon on Sundays. Well, every day they open at noon. Noon to 7. You can see the front here, there's a closest thing to me, I guess, is that Power Glove there. And then there's a Rob, a Virtual Boy, and then a U-Force there on the left there. Yeah, I figured I'd take a few pictures of the local area. The morning was very foggy, but the fog had started to clear. You can see in this picture across the river, across the SkyTrain bridge there. It's just disappearing. Here's another shot just from the same vantage point. You can see the river going off into the distance. Had some time to kill, so since Game Deals wasn't open, we went over to the IKEA in the nearby area. Decided to take a shot of the big sign there. Yeah, I didn't find much. I was looking for a drafting desk, but they were all out of a drafting desk at the time. So I just looked at this nifty corner desk that I thought was interesting and got myself with a picture in front of it here. Here's pretty much like a failed picture I took outside of IKEA there. The vantage point still looks nice, but there's this tiny speck of a white balloon in the background, but it's totally being masked by the clouds. I have to say, at least the tree detail came through. So anyway, back to Game Deals, back at noon there. Wasn't too fond of this spot right here. It kind of smelled like pee. Anyway, here's the I wish I had taken more pictures, but I was so busy looking at things that I only got a few shots in here. Here's me standing next to an Atari 400 computer. I guess below that you can see some Master System 3D glasses, and to the left you can see an Atari 65XE. Not bad prices. I think the one I'm standing next to there, that was about $90, I guess, after taxes, and I think the 65XE was a bit more than that. Let's see. I can see some Sega Genesis games and accessories. It's a pretty cool store. What's funny about this shot is that any of you that watch the Happy Console Gamer, what was it? Rob Man was in there, and not 5 minutes ago he was standing next to that. He was with his family. I didn't want to bother him, so we just talked a bit about the upcoming movie there. Says that Johnny's working hard in the editing room there. It's like hours and hours of editing. Looking forward to seeing that movie anyway. Yeah, was it Rodman's kid there flipped the cartridge slot open and revealed there's a lot of metal inside that thing. It's got that heavy shielding that I've come to expect from old school Atari consoles and things. Laid my hands on the keyboard. I never tried a membrane keyboard before, and I have to say it's just as bad as I've heard about. Yeah, here's me hamming it up with a couple things. The Sega Menacer there is about $35, and no price on that, but that's in television, the voice box thing. And it's a boxed Atari games and some loose carts, some box and television on the lower shelf there on the left. And you can also see some of the local art that people make for the store here. Nice people work there. I asked if I could take pictures in there. They said, yeah, no problem. And, I saw some right near my legs there. I guess there was a lot of old school controllers for. You had the Atari 7800 controller, and if I had some money, I'd like to go get those for my controller review. Some Game Gear stuff just below my elbow with the Menacer there. About I don't know, 5 to 6 for loose cart. A bit more for the box copies you can see there. There's a Saturn right next to my head. Wasn't in the greatest shape, and I think I was around $80. Yeah, it's pretty much like what Mike Gardner talked about. Gamer Blueballs, it's I saw a TurboGrafx 16 in there for about, what was it, $85, yeah. Just so many things, loads of original Game Boy and up to DS, and pretty much anything you'd be looking for you could find in this store. Wish I had the money to buy more there. But it's just, it's probably one of the most reasonably priced retro shops out there. But my dollars were spoken for, so I couldn't get anything more than I did there.
Since I'd already spent my budget, my mom took pity on me, and she let me borrow $7 to get this one here. Bomber Raid. Yeah, it's nice just to have something different to play on the Sega Master System. Nice little shooter here. Not that I didn't like casino games, but it's not exactly the top tier title. And actually, what was it I was reading, that the casino games was a pack-in with some of the Sega Master System. So yeah, I can't say much for Sega Master System cover art. I was watching enough X-File 2708, and every time he picks up a Sega Master System game, I just have to remark it on the blandness of Master System cover arts. Ugh. Anyway, this copy's in decent shape. Here's a Sega sticker that I'm probably just going to leave it on there. Yeah, it's complete. Man, there's a little bit of roughness to it, and I'm definitely gonna have to apply some new glue to get this label back down again. Yeah, it's a simple game, pretty. But, it's a decent shooter. I'm having fun with it. I actually saw a review of this on Classic Game Room. That's what stuck it out in my mind there. Although when I look at the Sega Master System, game list, I can see some of what Steve Benway doesn't like about it. It's not so much the hardware as it is just the. It doesn't have. It doesn't have like a long list of really, top tier titles. It's not like the NES where, you're gonna have a wider variety, a larger release of games. So yeah, here I got this little guy here, Neopet, for 25 cents. So this is here we're at the end of the video. I'm just gonna finish it off with I'm gonna take another stab at light gun gameplay footage filming. So I'll see you later. Just testing this different setup here. I was watching this Gangster Town thing. He had the really smart idea, which is to split the signal between a CRT and a LCD. That way you can film the LCD and use the light gun on the CRT. This should also help with my gameplay. Just having this tripod in the middle of the screen makes it hard to play the game. Any game, really. Yeah.